Lewis Hamilton just declared Ferrari's winning mindset is stronger than ever. And he said it after the single worst season of his 19-year career. 0 podiums in 2025. Outqualified 19-5 by his own teammate. A driver who described his year as a nightmare now claims he can feel a winning mentality in every single person at Maranello. Either something genuinely shifted inside that factory over the winter, or Hamilton is fooling himself. The answer involves a complete technical rebuild, a wave of former Mercedes engineers, and a regulatory loophole that most fans have no idea exists. Here is the thing most casual fans missed about Ferrari's terrible 2025 season. The collapse was not an accident, it was a strategy. Ferrari abandoned development of the SF25 in April of 2025, just 4 races into the championship. Team principal Fred Vasseur made the call to redirect every available resource toward the 2026 regulations, which meant 8 full months of live racing, where Ferrari's engineers had already moved on from the car their drivers were still competing in. Consider what that actually looked like from the cockpit. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton spent the rest of the year wrestling a machine that nobody back in Maranello was trying to improve. Vasseur later admitted he had underestimated the psychological toll that decision took on every single team member, and the results showed it. Ferrari went from being 2024's dark horse championship contender, finishing just 14 points behind McLaren with 5 victories, to a distant 4th place with 398 points. Hamilton absorbed the worst of the damage. 6th in the Drivers' Championship with 156 points, 86 fewer than Leclerc. A qualifying deficit averaging 0.254 seconds per session, outqualified 19 times out of 24 weekends. His lone victory came in the Chinese Grand Prix sprint on March 22nd. And even that weekend turned sour when both Ferrari drivers received disqualifications from the Sunday race over plank wear violations. 156 points. That number represents the worst full-season return Hamilton has ever recorded in Formula One. What makes the story strange is what Hamilton said during the very worst stretch of results. Even while calling the Las Vegas Grand Prix the low point of the worst season he had ever experienced, the 7-time champion also stated that at Ferrari he had found the best team spirit of his driving career and described great harmony inside the team. That was not media training. That was a driver who could see what was being assembled behind the garage wall, even as Sunday afternoons kept delivering embarrassment. Now, you understand why 2025 fell apart the way it did. But the real question is what Ferrari was constructing while the car fell to pieces. And that starts with 2 names most fans will not recognise. Vasseur did not just abandon the 2025 car. Across a 2-year window, the Frenchman systematically dismantled the technical leadership structure he inherited and rebuilt it with proven championship winners. The headline move brought Loic Serra to Maranello as chassis technical director, with an official start date of October 1st, 2024. Serra arrived directly from Mercedes, where he had served as performance director for 14 years. 14 years covers every single one of Mercedes' 8 consecutive constructors' championships, from 2014 through 2021, which means Ferrari hired the man who oversaw the aerodynamic and chassis development behind the most dominant era in the sport's history. Jérôme D'Ambrosio followed a similar path from Brackley to Maranello, transitioning from his role as Mercedes driver development director to become Ferrari's deputy team principal and head of the driver academy. The recruitment process for both men stretched across nearly 2 full years of negotiations, gardening leave, and contractual untangling. Those were not cosmetic additions to the org chart. Serra now leads the entire development program for the SF26, the car Hamilton just drove in Barcelona, and the design philosophy has already taken a visible turn. Ferrari's 2026 Challenger runs pushrod rear suspension for the first time since 2010, paired with pull rod at the front, in what technical analysts describe as an extreme multi-link configuration. That suspension architecture represents a clean break from the approach Ferrari relied on for over a decade. Infrastructure changed alongside personnel. During the summer 2024 factory shutdown, Ferrari's engineers overhauled the Maranello wind tunnel by replacing the metallic rolling road surface with an innovative rubber-like material, enabling far more detailed tyre-aero interaction studies. Ferrari's simulator, built in partnership with UK-based Dynisma and completed in July 2021, already operated at 1/8 the latency of competitor systems, with a full 360-degree visual environment, and the wind tunnel upgrade now feeds that simulator better data than ever before. Vasseur also confirmed recruiting 25 new employees from rival teams during his first year in charge alone, and indicated the hiring push was far from finished. Ferrari's parent company expanded its total workforce to 5,435 employees in 2024, an 8.96% year-over-year increase that reflected investment across the entire organisation. All of that context explains what Hamilton encountered when he walked into the Barcelona garage in late January of 2026. Not just a new car sitting on fresh tyres, but a fundamentally different organisation wrapped around it. Which brings us to the regulatory advantage that could turn all of this preparation into actual results. This detail separates the informed fans from the people who just look at lap times. Formula One's sliding scale aerodynamic testing restrictions tie a team's finishing position directly to how much development time they receive the following season. Finish lower and you get more wind tunnel hours and more computational fluid dynamics capacity. Finish higher and you get less. 1,020 wind tunnel hours. That is what Ferrari's fourth place 2025 finish grants them for the first half of 2026. McLaren, the reigning champions, receives 840. The gap between those two numbers is 180 hours, which translates into 48 additional wind tunnel runs for Ferrari, and approximately 300 more CFD geometry evaluations, roughly 1,700 compared to McLaren's 1,400. Now stack that advantage on top of the timeline. Ferrari pivoted all development resources to 2026 back in April, while McLaren was pushing to secure the constructors' title through the final race in Abu Dhabi. Ferrari's aero team already had an 8-month head start, running 2026 configurations in their upgraded wind tunnel. While Red Bull managed Max Verstappen's championship defence through the summer and autumn, Ferrari's engineers were generating data for a car that would not exist for another 8 months. 2026 represents the biggest technical reset in Formula One since 2022. New power unit regulations, active aerodynamics, radically different car concepts that will make every team on the grid look and behave differently from the ground up. In a regulation change of that scale, preparation time is the single most valuable commodity, and Ferrari stockpiled more of it than anyone near the front of the grid. That is the foundation underneath Hamilton's winning mentality comments. Not blind optimism, not PR spin, but a driver who can see the resource allocation, the personnel upgrades, and the development timeline laid out in front of him, and who recognizes what that exact combination produced at Mercedes during the hybrid era. Before the excitement runs away with the story, though, there is a pattern in Ferrari's history that demands attention. And it is not a comfortable one. 2008. That is the last time Ferrari lifted the Constructors' Championship trophy. The driver's title came a year earlier in 2007, when Kimi Räikkönen claimed it by a single point. The drought now stretches past 17 years, past 6,200 days, making it the longest championship gap in Ferrari's modern history, and already exceeding the 16-year wait between their 1983 and 1999 constructor titles. What makes this drought agonizing is not the absence of speed. Ferrari has built genuinely fast cars during this stretch. The agony comes from a repeating cycle of near misses, followed by organizational collapse. Fernando Alonso lost the 2012 championship by just 3 points after leading for much of the season in a car that had no business being in the title fight. Sebastian Vettel's 2017 challenge disintegrated after the Singapore Grand Prix crash wiped out both Ferraris on the opening lap. A year later at Hockenheim, Vettel crashed from the lead in wet conditions while holding an 8-point championship advantage, and that single mistake transformed into a 17-point deficit that eventually ballooned to 88 points by the final race. 2022 crystallized the dysfunction more brutally than any other season. Leclerc won 2 of the first 3 races and held the championship lead with what was clearly the fastest car on the grid. Everything looked different this time. And then the wheels came off, almost literally. Engine failures struck in Spain and Azerbaijan. The Monaco Grand Prix pit stop disaster became an internet meme. A hard tyre gamble in Hungary threw away what should have been an easy victory. Leclerc finished 146 points behind Max Verstappen. Mattia Binotto resigned as team principal on November 29th, and Vasseur was confirmed as his replacement on January 9th, 2023. That historical pattern is exactly what Hamilton claims has changed. Not the car speed, because Ferrari has produced fast machinery before. Not the driver talent, because world champions have worn red before and still lost. The mentality, The ability to take a competitive car and actually deliver results when the pressure ratchets up on Sunday afternoons. Jenson Button, a former world champion himself, identified the core of the problem when he observed that people at Ferrari seem afraid to fail, that everyone in the building feels like they could be sacked at any moment. Button pointed to the unique weight of expectation that comes with having the entire nation of Italy emotionally invested in every single race result. Leclerc echoed that pressure from the inside when he described 2026 as a now or never moment, calling the regulation change a huge opportunity to show what Ferrari is actually capable of. When Hamilton talks about a winning mentality, he is not talking about lap times or downforce numbers. He is describing something much harder to measure and far harder to build from scratch. Late January 2026 gave Hamilton his first real laps in the SF26 during the Barcelona Shakedown test that ran from the 27th through the 31st. A 1:16.348 topped the unofficial timing charts, and the team completed the week's program without any major mechanical setbacks. Hamilton's read on the car was carefully measured. The seven-time champion described the new regulation machines as more fun to drive and talked about new energy running through the team. Days earlier, at the SF26 launch in Fiorano, he had stated that the team was in the best place it had been during his entire time at Ferrari, with everyone motivated and driven. The shakedown also raised flags that could not be ignored. Paddock feedback relayed by Sky Sports reporter Craig Slater indicated that multiple individuals from rival teams described the Ferrari as looking like quite a handful on track. Hamilton himself spun during the test and ran off the circuit several times. None of that is catastrophic during a shakedown week, where teams are calibrating entirely new car concepts, but it is also not meaningless. Hamilton acknowledged as much when he stated clearly that the team was under no illusions and knew they had work to do. One other change happened behind the scenes heading into 2026. Race engineer Riccardo Adami, who had previously worked with both Vettel and Leclerc, was reassigned to Ferrari's driver academy in January after a season of escalating on-radio friction with Hamilton. The tensions had spilled into public view multiple times, including a sarcastic exchange during the Miami Grand Prix, where Hamilton told Adami to take a tea break, and a miscommunication at Monaco that contributed to a grid penalty. A new race engineer will sit on Hamilton's side of the garage for the 2026 season. That decision reads either as a team willing to make uncomfortable changes in pursuit of performance, or as evidence that integration problems from 2025 still linger beneath the surface. The interpretation depends entirely on what happens next. Here is where all of these threads come together. Hamilton's winning mentality claim is not hollow. Behind the words sits a genuine technical reconstruction. Loic Serra, directing chassis development after 14 years of Mercedes championship engineering. A wind tunnel, rebuilt specifically for the regulations Ferrari is now targeting. 1,020 hours of aerodynamic testing, 180 more than the reigning champions receive. An 8-month head start on 2026 development that no front-running rival matched. And a driver lineup of Hamilton and Leclerc that carries 7 world championships and over 130 race victories between them. 6,200 days. That is how long Ferrari has gone without a championship, and every one of those seasons featured optimistic pre-season narratives that crumbled under the pressure of actual competition. Fast cars have not been the problem. Technical talent has not been the problem. The gap has always lived in execution, in the ability to turn a competitive machine into a title without strategy errors, reliability failures, or the kind of internal dysfunction that has haunted Maranello since the Schumacher era ended. 2026 represents the largest technical reset since the hybrid era began in 2014. Ferrari has more development resources than any team near the front. The organisation has imported proven winners from its fiercest rival, and the regulation change is so sweeping that past form counts for almost nothing. Whether the winning mentality Hamilton described in Barcelona actually translates to championships comes down to the one thing Ferrari has not demonstrated in over 17 years, the ability to sustain excellence across an entire season when the results actually matter. The cars launch in less than a month, and 6,200 days of history are watching every move Maranello makes. If this breakdown gave you a clearer picture of what is really happening inside Ferrari, subscribe and hit the bell. As the 2026 season takes shape, we will be tracking every technical development, every test result, and every regulation detail that determines which teams got this reset right and which ones got left behind.